and welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a look at BJDAddicts Prompt 1 Introductions. I'm afraid I'm too camera shy to come in front of the camera, but I'll be introducing you to my collection. I hope you enjoy. Starting with the SD size in my collection, these are Rose and Aino. I've had both of them for quite a while, and they are quite ready as characters, so I feel more comfortable about talking about them than many of the other characters I have shelved right now. Rose is the one in red, and Aino is the one in the blonde wig. Rose is an elf doll, Hazy, and she mostly has clothes either made or adjusted by me. I've made the armor myself from scratch. The shirt is bought from Etsy. It came with a belt. The red thing underneath is also bought from Etsy, and so are her pants. All of them have been slightly adjusted to fit her better. I'll put links to the description if I can find them again. Character-wise, Rose is a bit of a tomboy and is a part of an adventuring crew I have going on in my story. She is a melee type of person and has been brought up in a noble family. A short while ago she ran off in the looks of her sister and is trying to locate her with another doll that I have not yet gotten, but have already ordered. She was brought up in quite the classical upbringing for a noble lady, and she knows quite a lot about etiquette and how to dress for formal occasions and how to uphold a proper communication. She also knows how to upkeep and balance checkbox. All kinds of things that are not very useful in an adventuring kind of life, but she makes do. Let's go on to Aino. Aino is a bit of a free spirit. She is a Zaul Ramie that I got from the second-hand marketplace as well. She lives by herself in the woods, offering her herbal remedies to whomever would buy them. She currently lives with Twisp and takes care of her as if she was her younger sister. She mostly feeds herself either by hunting or growing her own crops. And she is often thought to be a witch of some kind, but actually does not possess any sort of magical power whatsoever. Her clothes are also mostly made by me. I have made the hat, the accessories. The only thing that is not made by myself is the white underdress that you can see. All the rest is made by me. You can see more of her clothes in a separate video that I'll put a link to right about now. This is my Impel doll Martin head in their real skin that I have modified slightly myself. I have made him a face-up, my very first face-up. I have made the wig, the other accessories, I have made his scarf, and I have made him a spider body so that he not remain a floating head. I have very many videos up about this, so if you're interested, feel free to check out my channel for those. As far as his character goes, I'm quite not sure yet. He feels like he is separate from the rest of my crew, both stylistically and fantasy level-y. I think he's some sort of a magical mishap or an experiment, but I don't really know how to incorporate him into the main story yet. Maybe he will have his own, who knows. Then we get on to my MSD crew. I have 3 Resin Soul and 1 Doll Zone doll. We'll go through them from left to right. First is my Resin Soul Faye, who is the reason why I have MSD such dolls in the first place. She is the main character of her own comic story and is correctly actually in scale to my SD-sized dolls. The race is just a tad shorter. She's a mage and quite curious and a bookwormy kind. In her doll form she is much calmer than she is in the comic, but I base her doll form in a later point of her life where she has acquired a bit more than she has currently in the comic. I'll put a link in the description for the comic. Her clothes are a mixed bunch. The shirt is bought, this bit, and her waist is made by me, as well as her head accessory. Her pants are made by my friend, and her shoes are bought from Etsy as well. I'll try to put links in the description. Next up is Twisp. She is a Doll Zone Renata, and she is, of my MSD-sized dolls, the only one who is actually a child. She is a human child, and she is in the correct scale to both my SD-sized dolls and to my other MSDs, whose race is just shorter than humans. Don't you mind about that? But yeah, a Twisp is a bit of a boyish character. She is quite determined to do whatever she wants to do. She's outspoken and she's very active. She doesn't really know where she comes from or what she's doing, but she's up to this point been very content in living with Aino, whom she helps with her everyday needs and the taking care of her garden. She's also very good at handling animals, but she doesn't seem to have any other exciting or useful skills at all. After all, she's a child. The third one on our row is my Resin Soul Nay, who has the character called Dhya inside her. She is the same age as Shana, but is slightly shorter. And she's one of the few more combat-oriented characters of mine. She's capable both with a sword and a bow, and all of her clothes are made by me. I've made a separate video about it already, and I will try to link that somewhere so that you can find it if you want to take a closer look. She is somewhat shy about the people she likes, but she's very good with her sword and likes to feel useful and effective. She also does quite a bit of hunting and scouting. The fourth one is also a Resin Soul. He is a Resin Soul Song and the newest addition to my Resin Crew at all. I got him in a partial trade, and since I was considering having that sculpt anyway, but in the dark grey color, I just decided to go for the normal grey for the while. I've grown quite fond of it after that, and I'm probably going to keep him as he is. He still has the previous owner's face up, which I don't mind. I quite like it. But his character is supposed to be older, so I will have to take another look at it at some point. I'm still going to make a separate video about him and showcase his outfit a bit better. I made most of it myself, with the exclusion of a black shirt underneath all the detail here. and his shoes, which I have bought. Otherwise, his leg warmers, his pants, his shirts, his hoods, several of them, and all the other details have been made by me. That's my MSD sized crew. I still have one more doll to go. Oh. These two are my Evermore Kite Dolls that I have gotten from Aino straight up. They are not resin, but they are very cute, and for now they are a part of my crew. I don't know if I will be keeping them or giving them away or selling them, but I have made them a little bit of face-ups and details and clothes, and they are very cute. They just don't feel like they perhaps fit in my crew in the way that I'd like. Very cute though. These are my self-made, one-of-a-kind, posable dragon dolls. I have made them specifically for my BJD story, and they will be showcasing there. They're actually the same character in different states of growth. I will also be making larger ones as the character grows up. But this is the baby. They're all posable, so I can slightly edit their poses, but they're not as sturdy as a BJD is. I have sculpted the heads myself. There is a skeletal structure underneath, and I can sort of twist and turn them to pose however I wish. I don't really have much to say about them. I just figured they should be mentioned in this video, since you might be seeing more of them in the future. Last, and probably the smallest doll that I own, is this Joe Nano Freya in grey that I bought from the secondhand marketplace, as I wouldn't want to buy them straight up from the seller, because, well, I live in Europe, and, well, let's just say that the postal costs for a doll this size are this size, and this value are not what I would like it to be. In either case, this is a very cute doll. I have made her some hints of a face-up. She has some white lines and around her eyes, and a little dots in her cheeks here, and some little fur in her ears. She's very cute. I think I am quite going to keep her. I've actually already ordered her a mom or a sister, a white Joe Freya, to sort of keep company. I think they will become a crew of their own and not be included in my usual story. They might be included with the spider doll, or maybe not. I am not quite sure, but it would be pretty cool to have a crew of curious critters as your own, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Yes? Yeah, she is the last one that I have so far. As far as future plans go, I don't really have that many. I am currently waiting on a Doll Chateau Cyril and the Joe Nano Freya, and still have one doll that I would need to fill my main crew up. But after that, I am not so sure what to do. I'll probably spend some time finishing off my current characters, making clothes, creating props, getting onward with my stories, and after that I probably will start to collect more anthro dolls. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Remember to like and favorite and subscribe if you feel like that, if this is something that you would like to see more of. But in any case, thank you for watching, and see you all next time. Bye!